Hi again guys, I'm back with another unboxing. This one's come from, I think, zcube.hk. I've got a few orders I'm waiting for delivery on, so I'm not absolutely 100% certain, but I'm judging by the tracking numbers and stuff. I think this is the one that's been left for me. If I've got the right one, there should be two puddles in here, so we're watching two videos. Yeah. Nice packaging. Yep, it is indeed. This is the Z-Cube order. The usual cube bag and packing slip. If I can get this out. Okay then, here we go to the first one. It actually says on the box so what it is. So it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out. So it's a Dayan Gem V. I haven't seen a lot of this, to be honest. I kind of avoided watching videos so that I didn't get any spoilers for the solving process. It's stickered at least, which is nice. A bit smaller than I expected for some reason. I kind of imagined the triangular pieces being bigger than that. Not that the puddle's actually smaller or anything, but that's just the way it looked to me in pictures and things. So yeah, it's the usual Dayan Gem shape, square faces surrounded by hexagons. Sometimes the hexagons are regular, sometimes they're not. Okay, so what turns? Obviously the hexagonal faces do, but something else has got to turn, otherwise they don't mix with each other. So what else can we do? Oh, right, I see. So it's a... Wow, this is really greasy, lots of lube on this. So yeah, you've got this kind of almost quite deep cut move, which moves the entire squares and splits up the hexagons, and the hexagonal faces rotate. Now, from what I understand, this is very similar to the F-Cube puzzle, which I don't really know much about either, but the solving process apparently is quite similar. But since I know nothing about the solving process for that, that doesn't help me at all. Some of the gems jumble. I'm just trying to see if I can see a way that this one might. I don't think it does. Nothing seems to line up to enable that between turns. So I don't think this one jumbles. I didn't think it did even before opening it, so that doesn't come as any surprise. But yeah, it's a nice looking puzzle. The stickers look like they're placed okay. There's a couple of slightly dodgy ones, like these orange ones here are not well placed at all, but for the most part they're okay. See, to me, if they're not going to place the stickers well, they might as well just leave it to you. You should either take care of it and place the stickers well, or send the puzzle unstickered so we can place them nicely ourselves. That's my opinion on them anyway. I'd rather stick it myself and have it nicely done than have a bad job done on it. But oh well, that's the way it goes. Oh, I see, so not all the hexagons turn on the face turn in thin slice like that. It's only kind of every other one. The other hexagons are the deep turning one. I see. Turning quality of this is very good actually. It does turn very easily, very well. Feels slightly loose, and it has been well lubed, that's for sure. Looks like all the pieces are capped, which is nice on the gems. Not all of them come like that, so that's going to help with the turning quality. These deep cuts especially, they certainly turn very well, but the shallow cuts, they turn nicely. They're smooth enough, but they feel kind of slightly loose. I don't think it's going to fall apart or pop or anything, but there's just a very distinct difference between that turn in the way it feels and that turn. But anyway, let's get this thing scrambled up. As I said, I've got no idea how to go about solving this one, so this one's going to be interesting to try and figure out. It's completely new to me. I don't have any clues as to how I'm going to start going about it. I see, so it's kind of like you've got two turns on each layer. You've got the deep cut and the face cut on each side in each direction, sort of thing. So every face you can look at, you've got the deep cut there and the shallow cut there. Yeah, I haven't actually seen anything even suggesting whether this is a difficult puzzle to solve or not. So I really unusually for me, know very little about this one. But yeah, it looks quite nice scrambled. Actually, so the deep cut turns only turn in increments of 120 degrees at the 60 degree point. Nothing's lined up, so that doesn't work. So you want to do 120 degrees on those, and obviously it's the same for the shallow cuts as well. So everything's 120 degree turns. So I was just looking there, see if I had another position that could line up. That I just thought of, it didn't. So yeah, I think I'm doing all the turns that are possible. So yeah, I think I'm going to call that scrambled. I'll go away, have an attempt at solving the thing, and get back to you when I've done so. Okay then, so the Gem 5 solved again. This one took me a while. It's been a while since I recorded the first section of this video. There's a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, I've been really busy with my university coursework, and I haven't had much time for puzzling, so yeah, I never got around to spending much time with this. But you might have seen recently I unboxed the Dayan Dino Scube, or F Scube, or whatever you want to call it, which is basically a shape mod of this Dayan Gem 5, and I didn't find that too tricky, the Dino Scube. However, the time I'd spent with this, I really couldn't make much progress. I could do a little bit of block building, but I couldn't get anywhere, and I wasn't really able to kind of visualise exactly what I was looking at. So I was struggling with this one, but I didn't want to look to any help. I wanted to wait until I had a bit more time to spend with it. But after I solved the Dino Scube, knowing that it was a shape mod of this, I decided to give this one a go today, and yeah, as you can see, I've got it solved. I found it a little bit trickier than the Dino Scube, even after I'd solved that, to figure this one out. It's purely an artifact of the shape mod of it, but I just found it a little trickier to kind of visualise exactly what sequences of moves I needed to make to do the things I wanted. But it definitely absolutely helped knowing how to solve the Dino Scube. That definitely gave me the knowledge I needed to solve it, but applying it was a little bit tricky. This one, it's got a few differences though. It's got these centerpieces that don't exist on the Dino Scube, but it turns out that doesn't actually matter, and it's got the corner pieces that are single colour on here, whereas the Dino Scube, they're 3 colours, so they need the correct orientation. But these pieces here are specific location, whereas on the Dino Scube they've got they can be swapped without your knowledge, without being able to tell that they are swapped. So yeah, there's a few differences that do make this an interesting shape mod, enough of a difference to make it a different solving experience, I think. So yeah, it's definitely a fun one. This is definitely one that will get solved a few times, so definitely enjoyed solving this one. Couple of little minor gripes. Firstly, it feels a little loose when turning things. So it turns fine, but just occasionally, if it's not lined up right, you get a kind of minor possibility of a pop sort of thing if you're not too careful. So you do have to watch that, and a little bit of catchiness here and there, just like you get on the Dino Scube. But they are really minor gripes. It's not like it's a badly turning puzzle or anything like that. It turns perfectly well generally. It just takes a little care and attention, just like the Dino Scube did, if you saw the video for that. But other than that, it's a nice quality puzzle, not too expensive, and kind of different solving experience to pretty much any other puzzle. So definitely an enjoyable one. Definitely one I'd recommend, but don't expect it to be an easy one. If you're coming to this without too much earlier puzzling knowledge, as a newer puzzler, then you might struggle with this one. But as an experienced puzzler, if you know to solve things like the Rex Cube, the Master's Cube, and the Dino Cube, then that kind of gives you most of the knowledge you need to be able to solve this. But you do have to apply it in a little bit of different ways, be a little bit more kind of inventive with how you use these move sequences. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to solve it. It's basically kind of a case of finding a good 3 cycle for certain pieces. Part of the reason that I found the Dino Cube a bit easier than this one, I think, initially, is that I paused the video and went and had to play and try and sort out some move sequences before I scrambled the Dino Cube, whereas this one I didn't. I just scrambled it up as soon as I took it out of the packet and didn't give myself a chance to kind of try anything like that. So yeah, that definitely helps, having a look at things like that. So I probably need to do that a little bit more often than I normally do. Alright then guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you next time. Take care.